Hi, everyone. This is Leah Ward Lee with Small Business Spotlights. I'm so excited to be here today with Mary Libby, who is an artist extraordinaire. She's one of the partners at Shady Lady Studios, which is celebrating its big grand opening on the 10th of April. So, Mary, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little about yourself and how you came to be involved in art.
I've always been artsy. I've always drawn. I was always, I was always the best artist in the class
Wow.
until sixth grade. And then this kid, David Parsons, came along and he was better than me. That was tough, but I don't know what's happened to him, but he was really a great artist. But I've always been artsy, and I've tried a lot of different mediums. Things that I did wood carving for a while. I loved wood carving, but you know, after a while you run out of band-aids and you just have to kind of give it up. So I never got into acrylic. And I didn't really think I liked watercolor. You know, I worked in a hospital for a time, and you go down the hallway and you see all these paintings and they were all flowery, and it's like, I don't really want to do that. And then one day I went to, it was an exhibition at the University of Minnesota, and it was a watercolor exhibition. And I saw two artists that I really, really liked. And I kept kind of going back. I wrote their names down, and then I decided I would look further into it and look up our local art center. And there was watercolor classes, and it was beginning watercolor classes. And I looked at the artist, and then I went and looked to where I wrote it down, and it was the same artist.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So it wasn't just that, but her name is Terry Becker Jennison, or Terry Jennison Becker. My maiden name is Becker.
Okay.
I mean, it was just kind of destined. And I started taking classes from her, and I did that for 9 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she mentored me for 9 years. She's a fabulous artist. But back in Minnesota, and you know, I do miss her, but watercolor is the only thing other than maybe golf that you never really feel you can nail. I mean, you know, golf continues to be a puzzlement. You know, sometimes you'll do great and sometimes you'll do sort of terrible, and then sometimes you do a little better. Well, that's sometimes like watercolor.
That's it. That's interesting. So how did you come to take this to be not only your hobby, but a business?
Well, once we moved here, I admired Sandra Baker Hinton, and I always thought, well, I'm going to go in a gallery with her. But before that happened, I started doing watercolor at Island Art. They had an open studio, and that's where I met my now partner, Linda Green. And then the two of us saw this ad for Artists Wanted. And it was the upstairs of the Villa Kula toy store. So we talked to the owner there, the woman that was going to manage the art, and we decided we'd join that. And we did that for 2 years. And also that was Susan Ryan was in that group. But things didn't work out that well there. Long story, don't want to go into that, but it wasn't working. And so we all left. And we decided we needed a couple more artists, and we ended up finding the place over on 8th Street, next to Aloha Bagel. And it's with a big, huge live oak tree. You know, it's one of the biggest ones on the island. And the building was a mess. It was just a mess. But, you know, we got other people involved, and it turned out gorgeous. And that's where we got our name, Shady Ladies, because we came out of that building, and then we looked at that tree, and it's like, oh my gosh, how can we not be here? You know, how can we not be here? So we had 5 of us. And then the one Shady, Amy Baker, she was a fabric artist, really, really talented, decided to go back for her MFA in Oregon, and she's still there. Then rent issues with our landlord, and Lisa decided it was too rich for her blood, so she left. There's only 3 of us. So that's when we went across the street in what I call low income housing. And we did terrible. We did terrible. I mean, it wasn't a good space, but we were there for 2 years. And then Susan passed away, and Linda and I were like, and she has said this, go big or go home. And I was driving down to the gallery one day, and I saw this place, for lease, and told Linda. She checked into it. Next thing you know, we decided this is it. So we are here. We love it.
Congratulations. Let's walk around and look at some art.
Okay, if I can figure out how to do this. Okay. All right. So we're starting out. This is my area here. So you've got some of my stuff there, and I don't know if you can see it all.
I can see it very well.
Okay. Okay. It's just, it's my little happy place. And, I've got room, and
oh, that's a beautiful piece. Show us that one.
Oh, thank you. What do I just call that? Study in shadows. It's a shadow study. And let's see, over here we have this wall is, I can do it like that. Is that going to work?
Yes, that's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. And I do lots of different things. Like this one right here is, let's see, right there, is actually a batik on wax, with wax. It was watercolor, but on rice paper that you put wax on. You paint, and then you put wax on, and then you paint, and you put more wax on, and then you have to iron the wax off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that's that one. And then these are, well, I do just different styles, as you can see. It just kind of depends on my mood. Sometimes I just want to do something really easy and splashy, and this is on papyrus. Didn't even know you could paint on papyrus, but it's grapes on papyrus.
It's lovely.
Thank you. And just like this is just called As Time Goes By. Let's see, maybe we can go it like that one. As Time Goes By, and it's a turtle shell.
Oh my goodness, beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
And dying. Anyway, so this one is another batik like that. And then so this is just a kind of a leaf study that I did.
Oh, I've seen that one. I love it. I saw it when you guys did your second Saturday.
Yeah. So basically I just take a regular old leaf from the lawn, and put color on it, and then lay it down on the paper, and kind of paint around it and press it down. And then eventually I lift it up, and then I started doing some negative painting like behind it, so that I could put some more leaves in there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, so that's.
So Mary, tell me some of the concept. When you have lots of artists that display at Shady Ladies, right? And do they come for just a little, for a couple weeks or a month, and do you have a whole group you invite in? How is it that you're changing out the art and keeping it so fresh?
Well, we have an artist of the month. Every month we have a new artist. And this month was Arthur Herman. And yeah. And he's only got 4 here because he does big stuff. But so we have a new artist every month. And then we encourage our other artists that have wall space. We've got people that have actually purchased wall space. And So they can come in, and we encourage them to move around their work and change it up, pretty frequently if they can. And once things sells, once something sells, then they can put up something new. But yeah, so I mean, we've got a lot of different things. This is Mandy Haynes scarves, which are incredible. And then of course we've got some of her books down here somewhere. Yeah. And we've also got Melanie Hart, which does well, sewing stuff, but she can do so much more. If anybody has a project, like right now she's going to be working on recovering our lanai cushions. Mine.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I've
yeah,
seen her bags. They are wonderful.
yeah, they are. And here she is working right now. And,
Melanie.
yeah, putting things together for my new whatever cushions. Over here we've got a newer artist, Al Frozio, and his sister Kathy is a local, and she has done local acrylics. But I think she's at oh, I forget the name of the place. It's right off the island, T something. At T Gregory, yeah, T Gregory. So but she doesn't show anything here.
Oh, this
And
gallery is just fabulous. I love the whole layout, and I love that there's so many artists in and out, and you go in there and it's like a party.
oh yeah, it is like a party, and it's I mean, it's got good feelings to it.
Yeah.
It's got a vibe, and so I feel like we might have already outgrown our space.
Mary, if you could give, we have our audience is mostly small business owners, people who are just starting out. And clearly
Okay.
you guys have been at this for a while. If you had one piece of advice to give to somebody who was fairly new in business or was getting ready to take the next step, what would it be?
I would say make sure you're all on the same page about what you want to do, and that because I have been in groups where somebody has said, well, I thought this group was about that, and then they find out it's not. And so I mean, you really have to be on the same page. I mean, Linda and I love to do our art, and we love to sell our art, and we love to sell other people's art. And this is what, so, and we've worked together now for, I think, I forget how many years, but 8 maybe.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations on the new studio. And thank you so much, Mary Libby from Shady Ladies, for doing a small business spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
We'll
All
see
right.
you all soon.
Okay. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.